Hey fellow crypto enthusiast, welcome to today's quick trend analysis. Let's get straight to it. If we look at the hourly time frame for Bitcoin, the price went up only slightly with around 0.4% in the last 24 hours, with a current price of $7,128. Moving to the simple moving average, or short SMA, we get it by adding the close prices for a certain amount of candles and then dividing it by the number of candles. We usually calculate the different SMAs by taking the last 20, 50, 100 and 200 candles. It is possible to determine if there is an upward or downward trend by using the SMA lines. They can also show the resistance or the support levels. By crossing one of them, it could signify a trend in the corresponding direction. When we now look at the current hourly simple moving averages, for this time interval, the current price is below all of the simple moving averages, which looks bearish, and you should keep an eye on the closest SMA. The 100 SMA will play as resistance, or the price will peak above the current price, which is around 7,187. Important to note is that the price is currently below the 200 SMA, which can play as a strong resistance. However, breaking it decisively to the upside will signal a potential big move up. Moving to the Relative Strength Index, or short RSI, it is a momentum indicator that measures the internal strength of the price moves. The RSI is a bounded indicator and moves between 0 and 100. When the RSI is over 70, normally the price is considered overbought and you can expect a pullback or for the price to remain at least stable for some time. Accordingly, the price is deemed oversold, if the RSI is below 30. If we now look at the current hourly relative strength index, the current hourly RSI is at 51, so it doesn't show signs of overbought or oversold conditions at this point. Moving to the divergences, bearish, or negative divergence, and bullish, or positive divergence, are the two types of divergences. When the price is making a higher high, while at the same time the indicator is making a lower high, it's called a bearish divergence. This is an indicator that the buyers are exhausted and that you can expect a change in the trend. The same logic applies to the bullish divergence, where the price makes a lower low, but the indicator is making a higher low, signifying that the sellers are exhausted. When we now look out for divergence in the hourly time frame, there was a bullish divergence and the price already went up. Next, looking at the moving average convergence divergence, or short MACD, it uses two moving averages, usually the 12-period and the 26-period moving average, subtracted from each other to create a single line, the MACD line. Another line is used as a signal line, which is usually the 9-period EMA. You should watch for crossing between these two lines for a trend change, respectively a trigger for buy and sell signals. There is also a histogram often to the MACD indicator, which shows the strength of the trend. When we now look at the current hourly MACD, the MACD line is below the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the downside. But it's expected for the price to remain the same for some time because the MACD histogram shows that the momentum at the moment is shifting upwards. You should wait and see if the MACD line will cross the signal line, which will be bullish. Jumping to the 3-hourly simple moving averages, for this time interval, the current price is below all of the simple moving averages, which looks bearish, and you should keep an eye on the closest SMA. The 20 SMA will play as resistance, or the price will peak above the current price, which is around 7,157. Important to note is that the price is currently below the 200 SMA, which can play as a strong resistance. However, breaking it decisively to the upside will signal a potential big move up. Jumping to the 3-hourly relative strength index, the current 3-hourly RSI is at 44, so it doesn't show signs of overbought or oversold conditions at this point. Looking at the 3-hourly MACD, seeing as the MACD line is above the signal line, meaning that the trend is currently on the up. The MACD histogram shows that the momentum is currently indecisive, so consolidation for some time or shifting the momentum could be expected, and you should wait to see if the MACD line will cross the signal line, which will be bearish. Thanks for watching, and keep in mind that you should make your own investment decisions, as cryptocurrency trading is very risky, and these daily videos are only an overview of trends and are a purely technical analysis without considering the fundamentals. See you next time.